Bulletcast for life.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final podcast from us of 2017. I'm your host, the Podfather. I got the Canadian Destroyer.
Hello, everybody.
I got the champion in the building. Of course, I've got the California Kid. How's it going?
It's going good.
It is going.
Yeah?
We're here to give out some awards. Have
Make
some
it rain.
fun.
Yes,
A
we
little
are.
celebration.
We have so many special guests in the studio. We have Stacy Keebler, Tori Wilson, Dawn Marie, The Cat, Terry Reynolds, Sable,
Are they all women?
And they're
Crystal
all
Marshall.
behind the camera.
and Oksana. No, we don't have any of those people. I'm sorry. But we are here
You're
to
so
give
funny. Good thing you're the host.
Yes, we are here to give out awards. Welcome to the first ever Bulletcast Awards, or the Casties.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. That's what we're calling them.
No, we're not. Absolutely.
Yep. No, that's
not.
it. We're done.
No,
The Casties.
no, we're not. No. All right, let's get into it. Tag Team of the Year, and the nominees are the Young Bucks, the Usos, the Authors of Pain, the New Day, and Sheamus and Cesaro.
And the Castie goes to?
The Uso Penitentiary.
Ooh.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Congratulations to the Usos.
Everybody.
You know, I mean, they really reinvented
They put on some
themselves.
they put on some amazing
They
matches.
took off the face paint and they got serious.
Yep.
They did. They put on the joggers and the young urban clothing.
The
and
Air Force One. They be
They're
stomping in
just
the
a
Air
bunch
Force
of young
Ones.
urbans.
and they're going hard in the paint with the Air Force Ones. Congratulations to these
Down
boys.
since day one-ish.
Man, I have been down since day one-ish. Nothing but some absolute beauties
They're
all
amazing.
around the board. I love them on Total Divas anyway.
Well, one of them.
One of them, yes, one of them. Absolute beauty, Jimmy Uso. All right. Now, our breakout wrestler of the year. We have a lot of nominees for this one.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of wrestlers stepped up in 2017.
They did. We have Evil. We have the new Ring of Honor World Champion, Dalton Castle. We have Braun Strowman. We have Kenny Omega, Nikki Cross, the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, the villain Marty Scurll, and Juice Robinson. But the Castie goes to Braun! Yeah, the Monster
Braun.
Among Men. Shout out Braun Strowman. Nothing but a gorgeous giant beauty.
He's not finished with us yet.
He is not finished with us yet. He could be the next Universal Champion.
I think he's kind of the definition of a breakout star because,
Yeah.
Kenny Omega was here in second place. But I think Kenny he had his good matches last year, but Braun Strowman kind of came out of nowhere. And was
Literally, if you had told me that Braun would be one of my favorite wrestlers a year ago, I would have laughed
like,
at
a
you.
year ago he was wearing a black sheep mask or whatever,
Yeah.
and a Wyatt member.
I mean,
and now he's
his stuff with Roman this year, that amazing Fatal 4-Way at SummerSlam,
It was
his
great.
program at No Mercy with Brock Lesnar. He's really
Just getting to see him murder people on a weekly basis.
great matches with Big Show this year.
Amazing matches.
Yeah, I
who would
miss
have thought someone could have a good match with the Big Show?
Made two big guys look like cruiserweights.
man, I miss Show, I do. But congratulations to the Monster Among Men. All right, now the feud of the year.
Two people just going at it,
Yes,
killing each other,
And great matches.
yes,
and great matches.
great
in between them all.
storylines.
great storylines, all that stuff.
It's what we live for.
So, first up, we have Omega and Okada. We have the Bullet Club versus WWE. We have the Usos and the New Day. We have Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. And we have Ember Moon versus Asuka.
That second one sounds a little more like a war.
A war, yes.
It's a war.
But the Castie goes to Omega Okada.
Oh, it goes to Omega Okada.
That was a great build up.
Because of course it does. Their feud has spanned the entire year, and
And it's still not done yet.
it's not done yet. It's on pause.
Because it goes Okada wins clean, and then they go to a draw, but Okada was winning, and then Omega wins, but then Okada was injured throughout the whole thing, and then he just lost, he had a bad neck, and then now, you want to see Omega beat Okada clean. That's like the next step.
It's a great feud that's not done yet, but it's been amazing so far.
So maybe it wins the feud of the year, maybe 2019.
Yeah.
Maybe they put it on hold next year.
Bring
And
it back
maybe-
around.
I don't know. We
Long-term storytelling.
will see.
Look it up.
All right, now, Women's Wrestler of the Year. All right, our nominees are Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Charlotte Flair, Carmella, and Ember Moon. And the Castie goes to Little Miss Bliss, 5 Feet of Fury, the current Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss.
I mean,
She did a lot this year.
I do. I think she's been amazing. I agree with this one. I really think she's been great. I mean, I know that some people have criticisms against her.
Yeah.
I think her wrestling ability is fantastic. I think she's a great storyteller. I don't think she's like the crisp or the cleanest.
I know. I mean, that Twisted Bliss Sparkle Splash.
Sparkle
Sparkle
Splash.
Splash.
It would always be the Sparkle Splash.
I love it. I mean, she started off the year as the SmackDown Women's Champion. She's ending the year as Raw Women's Champion. Became the first woman to ever hold both of these shows' Women's Championships. She's right now, I think, the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion.
That's not saying a lot. Though.
That's not saying a lot. Not when Charlotte and Banks did hot potato all last year.
Yeah, I mean, but still, she's brought importance back to a simple move, the DDT.
I love seeing a good DDT finisher.
I know, despite she was a part of Bayley, This Is Your Life, that travesty.
That was pretty bad.
She had a kind of little heated feud with Sasha this year,
She had a nice little short one with Mickie James that went here and
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Had some good matches.
I mean, I enjoyed it. Plus, her work on Raw this past Monday, she looked terrified of Asuka.
No, yeah, she's great. I think that she brings a lot to the table of a good match that isn't just in physicality. It's more than just athleticism.
She can really tell a story with her facial expression and her mannerisms.
I compare her to Bobby Roode a lot for more reasons than just both having a DDT finisher. I compare them because he does a lot of storytelling. I compare her to Triple H in the way that she strings out a match even. She knows how to take her time and tell a story. She really does deserve her spot.
I really do like Alexa Bliss. I personally would have went with Asuka just because I feel like Asuka, from a kayfabe standpoint, has been undefeated. She's been putting on great matches. I think the one thing about Alexa Bliss is she has a great character, but when it comes to in-ring ability, it's not the best. It's okay, but
She's gotten a lot better.
It has gotten a lot better, but hasn't had that breakout. I don't know if eventually she has that match with Asuka. That will be the match.
Had that amazing match with Ember Moon for the Women's Championship.
That was a great match.
Which takeover was that?
They all run together.
They all
Dallas? I don't know.
No.
But in the end, I mean, I think
probably. Yeah, I think that's it.
I feel Alexa Bliss will turn face this year. I think a face turn is inevitable. She's a little. The problem is with her being a heel is she's too small and too cute. And,
yes.
I mean, being cute, that's one thing, but being small, especially going up against Nia Jax or Asuka, that can run into a problem. And I feel like eventually she's going to be in the...
Are you Snapchatting while we're recording?
Yes, I am Snapchatting while we are recording.
You just
say
ruined
hello.
My flow.
Say hello.
You ruined my flow, bro.
Say hello.
Bars. Okay, so anyways,
Bulletcast Awards.
I would have went with Asuka.
Coming soon.
But Alexa Bliss is fine. I think Alexa Bliss could possibly have been in the breakout Wrestler of the Year because I know 2016 was kind of her starting of her run, but...
For me, my eye's been on her ever since she had that match with Bayley in NXT. They put on
ever since she was with Blake and Murphy, I felt like she's been really good.
I mean, my eye was on her then, but not for
my eyes been on her since she was a fairy, but that's a different story.
Anyway,
Little Miss
Casties.
All right, the OMG moment of the year.
Oh my God!
The Hardys return at WrestleMania. Jinder Mahal wins the WWE Championship. Jericho's New Japan announcement. The retirement of the Phenom, The Undertaker. Roman Reigns tries to commit vehicular manslaughter on Braun Strowman, and LaMelo Ball drops the N-word on Miss TV. But the Castie goes to the Hardy Boys return at WrestleMania 33.
That moment. I mean, I lost my damn mind.
I became an 8-year-old child.
I was in a room filled with 30 people, and 4 of us knew who these guys were because the rest of them aren't wrestling fans, but the 4 of us lost our minds together.
I know. And then Michael Cole's commentary was perfect that night. Things are about to become broken. It was all great. I loved every minute of it. New Day teasing us, starting to walk down the ramp, and then the drums start hitting, and I'm like, oh my God. It's awesome.
In 2017, it's very hard to keep a secret, and I know they had their little meetup earlier, in the parking lot or whatever.
They literally had a match the night before.
Yeah, and then Jeff was limping.
2 ladder matches in 2 days.
Yeah, Jeff was limping, and then words were going around. Oh, we don't. He looks kind of, we don't know. But
and then Rebby Hardy tweeting that they're in the airport and they just landed in North Carolina or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, keeping kayfabe alive and then just swerving everybody. And I appreciate don't tell anybody, make it a complete surprise because that makes it a lot better. Because if I knew the Hardy Boys were coming back at WrestleMania, it would have been fun, but it wouldn't have made it such a big moment.
This was This was one of the great WrestleMania moments. This can go down as one of those great moments.
Absolutely. All right.
I think it's the highlight of WrestleMania that year. That's just me.
Really, I will say it was. I'm not gonna lie.
It was definitely the high point of happy emotion. I will say that there's only one thing of that list of OMG moments. Only one of them made me cry.
Oh yeah.
So I will say that the Undertaker putting the hat down the middle of the ring is kind of important to me.
I got teary-eyed too.
It was a different kind of moment. It was very much a different kind of moment.
Yes. And Jinder Mahal's moment was just really? It wasn't an OMG. It was a really.
Hey, that match gave us the Punjabi prison match. Don't you say a bad thing about that reign.
Anyways,
I hate Jinder Mahal, but I love the.
Whoa!
Oh, please, that's not known.
No. I've been praising that man for months. How dare you? How dare you?
I've been daring for months.
I'm
Look.
still off the Jinder Mahal bandwagon.
Look, all right, moving on with the Bullet Cast Awards. All right, the promo of the year. Nominees: Roman Reigns, "This is my yard now." We have Jericho's New Japan promo announcing Alpha versus Omega. We have the promos between John Cena and Roman Reigns. They got pretty heated, I might add. And of course, the New Day Usos rap battle. And the Castie goes to the Usos saying you can get rated R like your boy Xavier Woods.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was a
I
fun
loved
promo.
it. Wale, he was hilarious. You know, I like when actual wrestling fans go on the show. Then it makes it fun.
Yeah.
But this whole promo, it was hilarious. The whole rap battle was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
It was a good segment.
It was lighthearted, but the thing is with Roman Reigns is this is my idea. That's a money promo. That's like the only. Well, I guess you go Chris Jericho, but the Roman Reigns is like the only money drawing promo that's on this list.
Honestly, that is. I just looked this up.
That was my vote.
I looked this up this morning. That is the most disliked video on their YouTube channel of 2017.
And that tells you something real important. It worked.
It did. Only 5 words, and it was awesome.
Yeah. 5 words in 10 minutes.
I mean, if you want to get into the John Cena Roman Reigns promos, like they're supposed to be money promos, but they just kind of tore each other down.
First one was great. The rest, you know. All right. Best match stipulation of the year: NXT Takeover War Games, Authors of Pain versus Sanity versus the Undisputed Era, Usos versus New Day, Hell in the Cell, TLC the Hardys versus the Young Bucks, ambulance match Roman versus Strowman, or Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal in a Punjabi prison match. The Castie goes to TLC, the Hardys versus the Young Bucks. This match, it was a Supercard of Honor.
It was
right?
insanity.
This is what got me on the Young Bucks
Bodies
train on the bandwagon.
Everywhere.
It was awesome. It amazing.
A pair of 40-year-olds, or almost 40-year-olds, doing this match. It's
Yes.
crazy.
And you
Killing
can't
each other.
tell which team that is. They're flying off of everything, going through everything.
I know. I don't know how I don't know any of these guys were walking the next day.
Let alone having another TLC match.
Yeah, so it was awesome. Congratulations to the Hardys and the Bucks of Youth. All right, guys. The heel turn of the year. Now you guys know I love some good heel turns. I love heels.
Mhm.
You know. All right.
Honestly, not that many.
Not that many.
Not that many.
Yes, but we have Tommaso Ciampa, Big Cass, Sami Zayn, and Sheamus and Cesaro. And the Castie goes to Tommaso Ciampa turning on Johnny Gargano, ending #DIY.
Is there any other option?
It really
There
isn't.
isn't really
Has
no
anything
video
else made a crowd chant you Ciampa?
I mean, and WWE to really troll us with the watermark at
Yep,
the bottom
that was
left
nice.
corner, telling us like, "Oh, the
It's
show's
over.
going off the air." But no, Ciampa just turns on Gargano. That was brilliant.
Unfortunately, Ciampa is injured, so it has watered down a little bit.
Yeah, the
they-
moment.
Gargano has become number one contender for the
Yes,
title.
he has.
So if Gargano wins the championship and then Ciampa comes
Yes,
back,
it will.
you know, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be awesome.
That will be the moment. He wins the title, holds it up, and Ciampa's music hits.
or
That's
he just
the moment.
ambushes him from
Or
behind,
just ambushes him from
which
behind.
is always fun.
Big Cass once again had an injury, so I
It
mean,
broke my heart, but
But
it
the
wasn't.
thing is with
Yeah.
Enzo was like Enzo was a heel too, so when
Yeah.
he turned on him, people were probably cheering that.
It
Sami
definitely ended up well for Enzo, though.
Zayn, kind of not really a heel turn. He just kind of pulled Kevin Owens aside. And
He
kinda
did
just-
what was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Because
It's always
Shane
what a heel
McMahon is a bad boss
which is always
Whoa.
what a heel
and
should
doesn't
be
know how to
doing.
be a manager. He lets his
Hey.
emotions get in his head.
He's not a manager. He's a commissioner.
He's a bad commissioner.
God, I love Shane McMahon.
And Sheamus and Cesaro, like honestly, I don't even know what their heel turn was. What was their heel turn?
Payback.
I
was
was.
that?
We were there.
We were there.
We were all there. They,
Oh,
they
they attacked the Hardys.
Yeah, they
attacked the
attacked the
Hardys.
Hardys.
That shows how great of it was.
All right.
Tommaso Ciampa all day.
Moving
every day.
on. So, show of the year. We have Wrestle Kingdom 11. We have the G1 Climax, the final day. We have New Japan Dominion. We have Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. And then we have WrestleMania. It goes to the granddaddy of them all, the show of shows, WrestleMania.
Goes to WrestleMania. Even if it's not
course
my
it
favorite
does.
show of the year, it is definitely
I mean,
the
it was
biggest
good, you
show
know, like
of the
you just
year.
said.
We all have different favorite shows. I have Wrestle Kingdom. He has G1 Climax, and he, of course, picks WrestleMania. 'cause he's
Whoa,
the
whoa,
mark.
whoa, whoa,
You
whoa,
picked
whoa.
WrestleMania.
Because he's a shill.
Whoa.
Mark.
Corporate shill over here.
Supercard of Honor was very good. Hold on.
Okay, because I don't see a Supercard of Honor vote on this list right here.
Okay, look.
Okay, you defend your pick.
look.
We can all argue of why our show is the best show.
Hey,
of the
I
year.
can defend his pick too. It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
the-
I didn't pick it, but it's WrestleMania.
WrestleMania probably was the best show on WWE, but I just feel like WrestleMania is just so long, and there's so many
is too
like
long.
meaningless.
That's fine.
No, but the thing is, like, there's sometimes meaningless matches on there.
I mean, let's look at what happened at this
Like the two women's matches. The two women's matches, they had great entrances, but the matches were bleh. Triple H and Seth Rollins should have been way better than it was, and it was hurt because it was such a long show. Because
Arguably, my favorite match was on the pre-show.
exactly.
Neville and
Neville and Austin
And
Aries,
then
that was
the,
great.
The main
You know-
event, Roman Reigns and Undertaker.
oh wait, AJ Styles and Shane McMahon was
Yes, you see
spectacular.
That? Yes.
Kevin Owens and
Undertaker and
Jericho
Roman-
wasn't great, but it was
Roman
good.
Reigns
It was
kinda
great.
sad.
It was good. You know, the Hardys returned.
Lesnar and Goldberg.
Lesnar Goldberg was awesome.
I loved Lesnar.
That was
Goldberg.
great.
That was the best match of the show for me.
Of course,
match.
the ending, scene of Taker descending down. You know that.
Very
So
sad
this-
going down.
this was a
I've
good
gone
show.
back
This
and I've
was a great show.
rewatched Reigns and Undertaker, and even though there are a lot of issues with it, just because of the ability of one of
dead
them,
man, yeah.
the dead man, he's just old. I actually don't mind the match. I think he tells a really good story. It's just not a great match.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
old. That's
No,
the
I
story.
like that. This is a great card. I like this card. I would say the biggest disappointment for me is Jericho Owens, just because I don't feel like he got the time it deserved, and Rollins Triple H, just because it was a little too slow and it took its time too much, where
And
it needed to be a little bit more explosive.
with that match, it was also hurt by the time issue because it was deep into the show, and it was like the semi-main
And it was
event at
long
that point.
and
Yeah.
it was slow.
And everyone's because and then
but Rollins' outfit was so cool.
wasn't it just
Yeah.
was it just after the Brock Lesnar Goldberg match?
Yeah.
So everyone just exploded during that.
Oh,
And then you come back and that boring.
I'm sorry, I
slugfest.
apologize. My disappointment of the show is the abysmal ending of Orton and Wyatt.
Oh,
And I can say it's our disappointment because we all forgot about it. It lasted way too
But
long,
there were
and it.
roaches and snakes and
See,
worms
that
on
was
the
the
match.
WWE title match.
You see, I actually liked that part. I like weird, creepy horror stuff in a
We
Wyatt
know.
match. He just needs to win if he's gonna do creepy horror stuff. Yeah, you know I like my camp.
All right.
Anyways, I felt like it should have been Wrestle Kingdom just because it builds so nicely. It has the flippy matches in the beginning, but then towards the middle and the end, it builds up, and each match just keeps getting better and better and better. Like Tetsuya Naito and Hiroshi Tanahashi should be on the list of best matches of the year, and it's not because Omega and Okada happened, and that match just blew everything out of the water. And every match other than that was great too.
All right. Well, let's get into the commentator of the year.
New Japan.
Now, our nominees are Corey Graves, Mauro Ranallo, Kevin Kelly, Nigel McGuinness, and Byron Saxton.
Shut up, Byron.
We need to have one black guy, so that's why we picked him. Just like WWE.
All right. And the winner and the winner is Corey Graves, pulling double duty right now, Great.
Including NXT during the beginning of the year.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been all over the place, and he's
doing the
just
damn thing.
spectacular. For me, it was between him and McGuinness. I really love McGuinness,
Oh,
but
yeah, it's worked with the UK
but
tournament
yeah,
in NXT.
and he's great on 205 Live as well.
Yes.
But Corey Graves is just Corey Graves no longer being able to wrestle is the best thing that ever happened to him, sadly, and I'm sure that breaks his heart. But I bet he
Yeah.
knows it too, because he
I've been
knows he's a
seeing the
damn
Lucky
good
13.
commentator.
Hey, if Daniel Bryan can wrestle, maybe Corey Graves can wrestle.
You never
But
know.
Corey
You
Corey
never
Graves
know.
isn't Daniel Bryan. He's not going to draw the money, so
He-
there's
he-
no
he
risk.
won't,
There's
no.
no real reason to doing that. But anyways,
Congratulations, Corey Graves. Well deserved.
I feel like he did basically everything this year, and that's why he should deserve to win.
All right, now the match of the year. Our nominees are Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada. 1, Wrestle Kingdom 11 for the IWGP title. John Cena versus AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble for the Walk with Elias Championship.
That's WWE for you marks at home.
Yes. All right. Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate, NXT Takeover Chicago for the UK title. AOP versus DIY versus the Revival, NXT Takeover Orlando for the NXT Tag Team titles, and then Tatsuya Naito versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, Block A G1 Climax. But the winner is
Well, first,
Omega Okada won.
never mind. There it is.
There you go.
Boom. Shakalaka.
You happy now?
Omega Okada,
Sorry,
6-star match.
That Naito Tanahashi match wasn't the best match I had that year. Wrestle Kingdom was better. Just saying. And Naito Omega was the better match. The final match was.
But yes,
this is the
I mean,
problem we
6-star
have.
match.
Cena Styles was an
Omega
effing
Okada,
beauty.
and it was great. To be
They
fair,
didn't leave the ring.
Omega Okada
16-time world title reigns happened.
This was just a good year of wrestling because neither Omega Okada nor your Styles Cena match was my pick of match of the year. So obviously there's a lot of good wrestling. For me, I had to go with Bates and Dunn.
Actually,
it blew my mind.
I just rewatched this match a few days ago. This was great. Even the commentary was great with JR being on there.
JR is there,
and he said the champion's 20 years old. I checked his ID at the door. That
brilliant
little line.
I
was
love
great.
seeing Bates thinking he's got it in his hand and he goes running, he jumps right off the top rope and Dunn just like pushes him off to the ground.
I love
it's
him
like
throwing Dunn. Dunn kind of does that thing to the ropes, comes back with a nice forearm, or Bates.
I love
awesome.
the thing that Bates does where he throws his hand up in the air and then sucker punches the guy when the guy looks up. Stuff like that.
The Fosbury flop
this was
that
a
happened.
great year for wrestling.
It really was. It was awesome.
I do appreciate the UK title match, but the thing is with me is like with the UK division, there's really no storytelling. In terms of storylines. Like in the match, there's storytelling and going on of who's going to win the match. But
yeah, Bates and Dunn have history because I know it because I've gone out to find their history. But if all you watch is Walking with Elias, you're not gonna know the beef they got with each other. But they got a good feud going on. Yes. Honestly, I want the UK division to do something. I love it. I love the UK division. I just want to see more of it.
Yes, I do. I love it.
I'm going with Omega Okada. It was just amazing. I do agree that the first one should be the best one. Second one, I do like it, but the first one at least had a winner. And the G1 climax, it was...
I think the first one is perfect. I think the second one may have slightly better storytelling.
Was it a perfect...
6.
Oh.
It's a perfect 6 out of 6. It's a 6 out of 5, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one is the ending to the story. I think it's very good, but it's got a lot.
Yes.
It's got a lot of story in it.
All right, now the big one, the male wrestler of the year. The nominees: the phenomenal AJ Styles, the cleaner Kenny Omega, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the big dog Roman Reigns, the monster among men Braun Strowman, and
the Rainmaker
Okada.
Kazuchika Okada.
Nice job throwing out all their nicknames. That was good. That was solid.
See him out here. All right. It goes to the phenomenal AJ Styles, the current WWE champion.
You don't want none.
You don't want none.
You don't want any of it.
Who really, let's really look at this. Started off the year as WWE champion. Moves into this thing with Shane McMahon, and nobody really wanted to see it. Then they have a nice one at Mania.
They as far as I can tell, they shut all of us up.
Yeah, he shocks us and wins the United States Championship at a Madison Square Garden house show.
Holds it
twice. I might add. Has this thing with
drops in a triple threat. That's fine.
Yeah, has this thing with Kevin Owens. Drops in a triple threat. Moves on to get the best match out of Jinder Mahal out of his entire career. Becomes WWE champion. Not to mention, before that, we go to TLC, has that great match with Finn Balor. We go over to Survivor Series, gets Brock to really just work. Like, we forget how
pulls out Lesnar's best match of the year.
We forget how great of a professional wrestler Brock Lesnar is, but he really gets it done. Now, I mean,
can't forget about his amazing moment at Money in the Bank. His standoff, not only just his standoff with Nakamura and their short fight afterwards, but him,
bump of the year.
Him falling from the briefcase and hitting the ground.
Yes, I mean, AJ Styles. I mean, Vince finally saw that. Hey, this is your guy. It's awesome. AJ Styles all around the board, wrestler of the year.
Well, if I can, who's your pick? Was your pick AJ Styles?
Yeah.
Well, my pick, as I might be a little biased here, but my pick was Kazuchika Okada. You said AJ Styles started the year off champion. He ended the year champion. So did Okada, but he didn't lose it in the meantime, and he had great matches. Not phenomenal matches. He had amazing, great matches the entire year. He had the Okada. He had the Omega match.
Nothing against Okada. He's incredible.
But
Okada's all right.
But
I mean, he's all right.
He had the Omega match. He had the Shibata match, which practically killed Shibata. He had the other Omega match. He had the
Cody match.
He had the Cody match, was honestly probably the best match Cody Rhodes has ever had his entire life.
Probably.
He had the entire G1 climax, lost those two matches to Evil and Omega, but every single match.
That's why he's the runner-up.
He was practically. Well, he should be the winner. He was practically wrestling with a broken neck. He had the
broken freaking neck.
Yeah, and he had the. He's had all these great matches. He hasn't lost the title. Longest IWGP champion ever. And it's going to be an amazing Wrestle Kingdom 12. And I feel Okada should be, and hands down, the wrestler of the year.
I will say that I think that where they fall, because people can't see the standings and the votes, will give you a peek behind the screen. It goes AJ Styles, Okada, and then Kenny Omega comes in at third place. I personally think that's just about perfect, in my opinion, because the only thing that I can say in defense of AJ Styles is I think him and Okada are quite honestly probably just about on the same level. The thing that pushes Styles for me is that Okada's great. He didn't have to carry all of New Japan this whole year because everyone in New Japan is great. And Los Ignobles carried New Japan, and Bullet Club carried New Japan, and Okada carried New Japan, and Chaos carried New Japan, and Suzuki Gun carried New Japan. Styles pretty much had to carry the WWE for a lot of this year on his back.
If we're going to go with that, with Okada is main eventing all these things. AJ Styles is not the number one person in WWE. That's
He's not the number one person, but he is the highlight of everything he's on. When everyone gets
AJ Styles is the best wrestler in the world.
When everyone gets sick and Raw goes to hell and no one knows what they're going to do for the pay-per-view, what do? They call up Styles and say, "Hey, come over to
Who was halfway across the world, I might
come
add.
over, fly over, fight your buddy Finn Balor really quick.
Come on Raw the next night. Team up with Ambrose and Rollins.
And then go in the backstage and beat everybody up. Like he did.
Under Siege.
Yes, Under Siege. Yes, Styles is the man in WWE right now, and Okada is incredible. But there are a lot of the mans in New Japan right now. There's a lot of great talent, and that's nothing against Okada.
All the other top sports analysts and podcasters are saying it. AJ Styles is the best wrestler, not just in the company.
But do they even know who New Japan is?
Yes, they do.
Sure?
Yes, I mean you have your CBS Sports with the Brian Campbell, who they put over New Japan like nobody's business. They put it over sometimes more than WWE. You have Peter Rosenberg.
I love AJ Styles, by the way. I'm not trying to bury AJ Styles.
Yeah,
I love him.
Yeah, we have Peter Rosenberg talking about it. We have Sam Roberts, the last professional broadcaster.
Well, who does Sam Roberts work for?
He
works for WWE.
Yes,
that one should be thrown out.
So does Peter Rosenberg, but then
that one shouldn't count either.
I mean, look, Rosenberg still voices his dislikes about the company. Now, Brian Campbell.
But when you're a journalist getting a paycheck from the big company,
I mean, Brian Campbell, he doesn't work for WWE. He's still like, he knows like they're the number one. He admits AJ's the top guy. I mean, they did the coverage of the G1. That's how I knew what was going on. I didn't have to watch. I just listened to these guys.
It's not the same. You got to watch the matches.
Yeah, watch it.
I know, but still,
They're only half hour long.
I'm saying like, Okada, is he good? Yeah. All right.
Is he good?
He's put on some all rights. You know, some 3.5s.
He gave Cody Rhodes, your boy, the best match of his career.
Okay, I'm no longer on with this guy because I think you can argue that Okada is the better wrestler. I think what Styles has done this year is more impressive. I think what he has done from a company
what
point
Okada
of view
has done is way more impressive.
Because I think if you took Okada out of the picture right now, I think New Japan would be doing just fine. Because they have so much talent. WWE
but the thing
needs Styles right now.
I don't think they need Styles.
They need
WWE,
Styles.
it's more about when WWE comes to town, they don't come there for AJ Styles or Roman Reigns or
I go to see
Kurt Hawkins.
Guys.
It's there because the circus
I won't
is in town.
not go if a specific guy isn't there. To be fair to your argument, my only thing is that if Okada isn't there, someone else steps up into his position because there are people in the company that are just as good as him. He is just so good right now.
If we're going for Wrestler of the Year, he is the top dog in the number 2 company in the world. And AJ Styles is the top dog in the number 1 company.
Okay, well, if we're going on this standpoint, then I'm going to have to change my mind. And Brock Lesnar is the greatest wrestler in the world.
He's having better match. I can list off all the matches, and AJ Styles has had great matches, but I think in total, and this goes to with the New Japan schedule because they have more time off, but Okada has had more great matches than AJ Styles has this year. Not saying he hasn't had any great matches. It's just Okada has more this year.
Well, choose to disagree because Styles wrestles nightly.
That is the one argument that I will.
He does what he does every.
He's probably had some great matches on a house show in the past 2 weeks that we just haven't seen.
Kenny Omega did an interview about that recently, where people were talking about the best matches you've ever seen, and everyone's trying to decide what the best. Actually, this is very topical. I watched an interview where Kenny Omega was talking about like everyone trying to say what the best match of the year is, and he said, "I'm gonna be honest with you, the best match of the year, none of y'all saw, because the best match of the year probably happened in someone's gym, and only 40 people got to see it, and that was the best match of the year because people do this nightly." And I mean that's the point, is that we don't see. He probably had, for all we know, the best match that happened this year, just from an objective standpoint, happened between AJ Styles and Ty Dillinger in
I'm always about making money, so
Canada or something.
So if someone, if it's on a big stage and they have a great match, that makes the match that much better because it made money, and that's all what wrestling should be about, is making money. So Okada Omega, the main event of the biggest show of the year, that should boost it over the edge than a house show with Ty Dillinger and AJ Styles, because it drew money. Because people came to the Tokyo Dome to see that match. People didn't come to the Niagara Falls Arena to see Ty Dillinger and AJ Styles have a match.
No.
They might want to see them individually, maybe not have a match.
I'm still sticking with AJ Styles.
I'm still sticking with the phenomenal one.
I'll hear you. You're just keeping quiet because you know I'm right.
What?
No, you know I'm right.
What?
Okay, what are the best AJ Styles matches this year?
I mean, look.
I know.
The Rumble.
Okay, the Rumble.
All right. The WrestleMania one with Shane was great.
It was okay.
All right.
It was okay.
He had a nice one on SmackDown with Chad Gable. Let's not forget about that one.
Sir,
All right,
sir, you have a microphone. You have to yell.
All right. His stuff with Finn Balor at TLC, that was great. What did I just say? Probably the best match from this run of Brock Lesnar. I'm talking about this guy came back in 2012, had a slobber knocker with John Cena right when he got back, had some stuff with Punk, had some stuff with Hunter, but this one in 2017 was effing unbelievable. We forget how great of a professional wrestler the Beast Incarnate is, and AJ Styles brought it out of him. Not to mention overseas, the place effing erupted when he took the title off of Jinder Mahal. Got the best match out of Mahal's career. Not his run as champion, not this current run in WWE, but out of his entire professional wrestling career. AJ Styles, not just the best wrestler in WWE, the best wrestler on this planet. The true second incarnation of AJ Styles. I mean, not AJ Styles, of Shawn Michaels. And this dude is 40 years old.
If you're okay,
I still put my highlight of his career this year as his Money in the Bank match, just because he was the MVP of that entire match.
He was the MVP of the Money in the Bank.
See, that's my thing. For me, he is the MVP of his company, and for New Japan, I think you could argue other people's are the MVP of the company. You could argue that Kenny Omega was the MVP of New Japan this year. You could argue that Naito was the MVP of New Japan for this year.
I go Naito.
You could also say that Okada was. That's the problem, is that if you can talk about who was the best in New Japan, there's no question who did the best work in WWE this year. There's no question. You know exactly who it is. It was Styles. No one even touched him.
You said that Jinder Mahal had his best match of his career with AJ Styles. So if we put AJ Styles against Jinder Mahal and Okada versus Cody Rhodes, which was a better match? It's Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes is a better wrestler than Jinder Mahal.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, it was such a better match. It was a much better match than that match was.
Okay, but
so then what that tells me is that
Styles.
Okay,
if Okada and Jinder Mahal had a match right now, I'm going to go on record and say it'd be a better match than what AJ Styles had. I'd say that right now. Just because AJ Styles...
Because basically what you just told me is that Styles is taking on the harder job than Okada is. Okada took the easy job. He has to face Cody. Great. Cody's not a bad wrestler. Jinder Mahal, he made Jinder Mahal look like a star. He made me enjoy a Jinder Mahal match.
Man.
Do you know how hard that is for me to do? Do you know how hard that... Because I hate Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal is the scum on the bottom of my boot.
Okay.
I like Cody. I like Cody more than Okada, but that's because I like personalities and characters, and I can understand him.
Yeah, and you don't speak Japanese.
And I don't speak Japanese. And that's my fault. That's not Okada's problem. I should speak Japanese.
Ignorant American.
Whoa.
Hey, side note. Apparently, read some interviews
Americans
recently. Found out Naito speaks like fluent English
and Spanish.
We've never gotten to hear that from him. I'd love to hear him speak English. Anyways, so yeah, no, that's my fault, but I do what I can.
Okay,
you do what you can.
I can sign.
Yes.
I will say AJ Styles is great. I just would say Okada has had a better year.
Well,
and so 3 Omega matches, Shibata, the Evil match, the entire G1 Climax, he had a phenomenal run, having so many different matches with so many different opponents.
But he wasn't even my highlight of the G1 Climax. There were 3 wrestlers I can say off the top of my head that I enjoyed during the G1 Climax more than Okada.
I'm not putting my stamp on the G1 being the best thing he did that year. I'm just saying it's just a little added sprinkle on the Sunday.
For me, he is just one of the many spectacular wrestlers in New Japan. And so it's hard for me to have him stick out of the crowd because he's just one of them.
I feel like Okada is underrated in America just because we got Kenny Omega, we got Naito, we got the Bullet Club, and everyone just loves the cool people so much. And Okada is just kind of the standard babyface.
I will say
right now he is kind of turning heel somewhat going into the Naito match, which is a little fun.
will say Omega belongs at the number 3 spot of those 3. I don't think Omega's a better wrestler than Okada. I think that people are undervalue how great Okada is because of the nature of a match. I think Okada is just as good, if not better, than Omega, and it's hard for you to notice that. But I think he is incredible.
Agree to disagree.
Just AJ Styles.
Here we
AJ
go.
Styles, man, phenomenal one.
Let's agree to disagree here.
You don't want none.
Maybe we should put it on the Twitter poll.
Yeah, put it on the Twitter poll.
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
leave it up till Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. I will do that. I'll leave it up to WrestleMania. I'm joking. I can't do that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the first ever Bullet Cast Awards. This was good. It was fun. Very entertaining. Some arguments. I like it.
And we spent like 15 minutes just on the Wrestle of the Year.
Yes.
It's Okada. Hey. It's not AJ Styles. It's Okada.
It's not Okada.
The people voted for AJ Styles.
It's Juice Robinson.
No, wait, whoa. Don't start that here.
Hey, he was my breakout star of the year. We just didn't
He
vote
was
him.
trash. Don't start that here.
Juice Robinson's
He
amazing.
was not trash. That G1 climax
He's
was amazing.
balls deep.
Come on.
Don't start that here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and watching. It's been a good year.
It's given a
This
very good
podcast
year.
was created this year.
Mhm.
It's been very good.
Welcome to Bulkcast.
Yeah.
Welcome. Stay
We're
around.
We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary pretty soon.
When's that?
4 weeks. Because 48 and then 52.
Oh yeah, math. Oh, but have we ever skipped a week?
No. It's
No days off.
That's just me.
content is
No.
always
I'm the one that skips weeks.
Even when I'm here, they don't. I'm here even when I'm not here. 'Cause
exactly.
You don't post.
when I'm not
episodes.
here, you guys are still here.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
It's been fun.
this has been very good, very very good. Yes, marvelous, wonderful.
So goodbye,
Excellent.
guys, and happy New Year. Till next year, 2018. We out here, boy.
Bang.
Yeah, I mean.
Bulletcast. For life.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.